Right now, storm cleanup continues in the sweltering heat as we face yet another potential round of dangerous storms tomorrow.
Plus, he was known as Riverman, and more than 25 years later, the Rock County Sheriff's Office now knows his name.
And drain the Madison swamp. That's what one candidate for Wisconsin governor says he will do. Learn more about his plan next on News 3 Now at 6. Thank you for joining us tonight. The city of Madison breaking a high temperature record today.
And tomorrow we'll have a chance to break yet another. In addition, we're also keeping an eye on the chance for more severe storms. And we're joined by meteorologist Dana Fulton with a look at our certified most accurate forecast. Dana?
That previous high temperature record for the day set in 1987 at 95 degrees. We officially hit 96 degrees just a little bit ago. We're now pulling back a bit, but it's still 95 in Madison in heat index readings right now. Close to 100 for Janesville, Lone Rock, and Boscobel. We have heat advisories northwest of Dane County still for another 2 hours. Looking from Dane County east and south, our heat advisories extend through tomorrow because we're in for another hot day tomorrow. Now, this heat is just not that common in Madison. Again, the previous record was set in 1987. The last time we were 95 degrees in Madison was May 27th in 2018. This year, we have already hit 94. That happened on May 12th, but frankly, the average high temperature for us at the end of July is 82 degrees. So we could make it through an entire summer only seeing the mid 80s and would still be a very seasonable stretch. So this is well above average. Another alert day in the forecast for Wednesday as high temperatures expected to climb to the mid to low 90s. And then our attention shifts to the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms sliding through in the late afternoon and evening. But we'll time out the impact of those storms in just a few minutes.
Well, it was a hot one for people having to clean up what last night's storm left behind. Tree damage and debris still visible throughout the city. And as Dana mentioned, we may have to do it all over again tomorrow.
According to Madison Gas and Electric, more than 3,900 customers are still without power. That means no electricity for more than 24 hours in the hottest record-breaking day of the year. In a statement this afternoon, MG&E says it anticipates a significant number of those homes to regain power yet tonight, but some customers will still have to wait until tomorrow. They say the damage assessment is ongoing, and as a result, many people across Madison need a place to go to keep cool. With
the extreme heat set to continue for another day, Dane County leaders are keeping cooling centers and shelters open tomorrow. News 3 Now's Armand Rahman is live in the newsroom with more. Armand?
I talked with a family from Eakin Park today. In the 10 years they've lived here, they've never lost power for more than a few minutes, but when the lights and AC still weren't on this morning, it wasn't safe to stay home. Anna Rue and Charlie McNulty brought their kids to the cooling center at Madison College. The Red Cross gave out cool water and snacks. Rue and McNulty say it was a relief to have a place to go just minutes from their home.
This had happened last week. We would have just stayed at home and made do, but with a day like this, it's nice to have a place to have reliable air conditioning.
The house is getting more and more uncomfortable as the hours go by, so it's really nice to be out here.
Red Cross leaders say they've had a busy 24 hours. They offered a shelter in the Madison College and gym for 16 people who had to get out of their damaged apartment building nearby. The Red Cross says none of those people needed to use that shelter. And county leaders say the Red Cross will continue a shelter for those in need at the college, and the cooling center at the Aligned Energy Center Coliseum will also reopen tomorrow from 10 to 5.
Armand, thank you. And as many people are experiencing those power outages, a lot of food may need to be tossed out that wasn't able to be kept cold. According to the CDC, perishable items can last up to 4 hours in a non-functioning refrigerator and up to 48 hours in a freezer, as long as the doors stay closed. Once those time windows pass, the CDC recommends getting rid of any perishable items, especially ones with an unusual odor, color, or texture. And with the potential for even more severe weather and dangerous heat tomorrow, it is very important to stay up to date with our free channel3000.com First Warn weather app.
Next at 6, for nearly 30 years, the identity of the Riverman in Rock County has been a mystery. That is until today. Authorities were finally able to identify the man as Carl J. Isaacs Jr. Up until now, he's been referred to as the Riverman and more recently John Clinton Doe. The Rock County Sheriff says this has been a mystery for most of his career. It comes after the DNA Doe Project announced the case was solved in 2019, but withheld the name at the request of authorities in Rock County. Today, the sheriff publicly identified the remains as Isaacs, who had walked away from the Walworth County Jail back in April of 1995.
Kind of sad to have to get together and discuss the untimely death of a young individual in our community. But I am glad to finally be able to bring a little resolution to the individual's identity.
Identifying him took 2 weeks of investigative genetic genealogy analysis, and they say just because authorities have solved this part of the case, that doesn't mean the investigation is over. That investigation moves now from identification to cause of death.
Many questions remain unanswered, something that puzzles the man who first found the body back in 1995. Naomi Coles is here to explain.
Gary Gilbank was hunting on his parents' property with his nephews back in 1995 when he looked down from his tree stand and saw a garbage bag. He's told his story before with us, how he found a bag of belongings next to a clothed skeleton and then alerted police. Today, as he learned the body's identity alongside the public, he's still got a load of questions that none of us know the answer for.
Well, I guess I'm glad that they finally identified the remains. You know, a lot for the family of John Doe, so they can kind of put that to rest. I was hoping for a little more information today.
Police explain the little they might know from family is under wraps for now as the investigation into his death continues. Tonight at 10 o'clock, how the man who found him has tracked the story for decades and wonders along with the community what might be next.
Naomi, thank you. Around Wisconsin, recovery efforts continuing this morning in Milwaukee after 3 people were swept away in a drainage ditch last night. Police say a 10-year-old slipped into the ditch leading into the Kinnickinnick River. 2 adult men tried to rescue the child, but heavy rain and a strong current swept away all 3 of them. Search crews say they've only found the boy's body today. Police say it's possible they got stuck by debris in the tunnels. Well, it has been a violent first half of the year in Milwaukee last night. Police there say a 14-year-old girl shot and killed. It marks the 100th homicide in Milwaukee County since the year started. While police say they are still looking into the circumstances surrounding the shooting, they do have an idea of who the shooter is.
The Republican frontrunner for governor in Wisconsin is out with a new plan this week to drain the Madison swamp. It echoes, at least in name, a plan Donald Trump drew up years ago. Trump endorsed Tim Michels earlier this month. Political reporter Will Keneally talked with Michels about his plans.
Michels says this is about creating transparency in the process.
That's a lot of campaigning that's happening right now without transparency on where the money's from, who's behind these candidates, and people deserve to have answers on that.
His plan would change how and when lobbyists can donate to political campaigns. The Trump-backed candidate did receive support across the aisle for it.
There were 2 good things in the plan.
That's Matt Rothschild, who runs the left-leaning Wisconsin Democracy Campaign. His group tracks money in politics.
One was going to require a 2-year ban on lawmakers from becoming lobbyists. And the other one is the requirement to have campaigns disclose who their donors are January through June.
Currently, candidates only have to file 1 report for the first half of the year, in July. While Michels is the only Republican running for governor to have a plan tackling lobbyists specifically, other campaigns have similar transparency plans. Rebecca Clayfish's government reform plan would reestablish a website that tracks open records and compliance with state agencies. But why would Michels release this plan now?
Well, I think voters do care about this question of transparency in government, the power of lobbyists. I think he's trying to widen his base.
Which is something Michels says he's heard on the campaign trail.
So everywhere I go, people are frustrated with politics today, if you will. And, you know, they're tired of the lobbyists.
In Madison, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Michels' plan would also limit how and when lobbyists can donate to political campaigns. Rothschild, though, wants to see a plan go further, like disclosing the names of lobbyist businesses on campaign finance records.
Still to come tonight at 6, your updated forecast, a closer look at tomorrow's severe weather risk.
Plus, celebrating Flag Day with a piece of Rock County history. We'll check it out when we come back.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
It's dangerous up here, and it's no fun shopping around for a reputable contractor. I've built my company on the promise to treat our customers like we would our own family. That means an honest, no-pressure sales experience, expert craftsmanship, and a lifetime guarantee of our work. We know Gutter Shutter is the best system for you and your home, and we'd love to show you how it can keep you safe and off that ladder forever. So call us or visit us online to set up your free estimate, and we can show you what Gutter Shutter and the Larson Home Experience is all about.
Most senators couldn't tell you the cost of a gallon of milk. Thanks, Ruben. Or how much beef has gone up this year. But I'm not like most senators or any of the other millionaires running for Senate. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I know how hard you work. And I know that by bringing manufacturing home, we create jobs and we lower costs. If we want to change Washington, we got to change the people we send there. I'm Mandela Barnes and I approve this message.
Watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Tomorrow, a highly anticipated friendly between Forward Madison FC and German club Paderborn. It is Forward Madison's first international friendly of the season and is the first time since 2019 that the club has faced off against a German opponent.
Yeah, it's always a fantastic opportunity to test yourself against a higher level club, a club, with the backing and the support that Paderborn have. From that perspective, it's a challenge, but we're also very excited to take part in the contest.
The match takes place tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Breeze Stevens Field. A polka band is playing pre-match along with a variety of German beers and food. There's also a special ticket package available for $30 featuring a commemorative beer stein, a ticket to the match, and a beer voucher.
Next at 6 today is Flag Day, celebrated every June 14th, the anniversary of the American flag's official creation. And on this day, the mayor of Washington, D.C. is using the occasion to send a message. She directed several 51-star flags be hung along Pennsylvania Avenue in support of D.C. statehood. In a statement, the mayor said these flags should serve as a reminder to Congress and the nation that the 700,000 tax-paying American citizens living in the District of Columbia demand to be recognized. And in Janesville today, a special flag-raising ceremony at the Rock County Historical Society. The VFW Post 1621 Honor Guard participating in the ceremony, which recognizes the relocation of 3 flagpoles from the former Janesville GM plant to the Historical Society.
When the plant closed and was eventually demolished, these 3 poles were salvaged by Black Hawk Community Credit Union as part of a plan to honor the memories of all who worked within those walls.
The 3 flags that will fly on the new poles: the American flag, the Wisconsin state flag, and the city of Janesville flag.
There is more to come tonight at 6 when we come back. In the heart of Wisconsin, a little history lesson, and inside, a look at one of the longest continuously operating breweries in the country.
Plus, Dana Fulton will rejoin us and update on this heat and the potential for more severe weather tomorrow.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio enclosures.
Arby's new Market Fresh lemonades are $1. Made with real fruit purees from real fruit, real cane sugar from real sugar cane, and real water from real water. Arby's, we have the meat.
With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. V value, A awesome value, L lots of value, U.
Get 2 pairs of glasses plus a free eye exam, anti-glare lenses, and same-day service for only $79.
Everything's so expensive, it's stretching our family thin. It never used to be like this. It's tougher on us to make ends meet because America's too dependent on China, and Ron Johnson's making it worse. He voted against cracking down on China with tougher trade deals and voted for tax breaks to corporations shipping jobs overseas, and even refused to punish China when it manipulates its currency. And Ron Johnson even defended shipping American jobs overseas. Senator Johnson, stop making it easier on China and tougher on us.
Menards carries everything you need to take care of your yard. Works' innovative tool designs get the job done right. The Works trimmer and leaf blower combo is just $99.99 after sale price and 11% rebate. Keep your grass in check with a Works 40-volt cordless electric lawnmower. There's no oil or gas needed. It runs for an hour and recharges fast. Compatible with any Works PowerShare batteries. All Works outdoor power tools are 11% off.
Save big money at Menards.
McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo should probably be called McGann Furniture and Flooring because we're the area's oldest and most experienced floor covering store. Our friendly staff will explain the many types of flooring available, answer questions, and make suggestions so you can choose what's best for your home and lifestyle. We always offer free in-home measurements and estimates and use the finest installers in the entire area. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. In the heart of Wisconsin for 165 years. That's how long the Stevens Point Brewery has been around to quench the thirst of beer lovers.
Tonight, we're taking an inside look and exploring how the brewery got to be where it is today and what's on tap for the future. Cassandra Cepeda reports.
Before there was a city of Stevens Point,
the brewery was founded 1 year before the city of Stevens Point was founded.
There was beer.
So if you build the brewery, the people will come and you'll have a city.
The Stevens Point Brewery first began brewing in 1857.
And believe me, there was a lot of small breweries in this town back in the day, and we were the one that kind of came out of it and were able to survive.
How about thrived? It made it through the Civil War, Prohibition, and new ownership.
We're actually the third oldest continuously operating brewery in America.
Over time, the brewery poured into other states.
The distribution we have is from Washington State to Washington, D.C.
To keep up, more than $12 million has been spent to utilize the small space they have.
We're in a residential neighborhood. We don't have a lot of space to physically expand. So what we can do is we can improve all of our efficiencies within what space we have.
And then on the packaging end, we've undergone a very extensive remodel as far as equipment to increase our productivity by 40%.
Today, about 50 employees work together to brew, ferment, keg, bottle, can, package, and distribute the best beer possible.
We're looking at refreshing a few new brands. We're going to introduce a few new styles this fall, both with Whole Hog and the Point brand, as well as Cider Boys. And also looking at adding another flavor to our soda line.
This year, people can enjoy their favorite brews in their new beer garden. The point is,
we have no plans of moving. We're going to continue to brew right here in the center of Stevens Point, and we're very proud of that.
That was Cassandra Cepeda reporting. If you want to learn more about the brewery and see the renovations for yourself, they offer tours 7 days a week.
And if you're a history buff, there's even a special historical tour as well. A cold beer on a scorcher like this across much of the Midwest sounds pretty good. It's hot out there, Dana.
It really is. A lot of water, definitely a good idea for us this evening and as we look ahead to tomorrow because it's going to stay hot outside for Wednesday. Right now, we're sandwiched between a cold front and a warm front, that warm front lifting north. So throughout the Midwest, we're seeing temperatures above average. Looking ahead to tomorrow, we're still warm outside, we're still humid, and then it gets stormy in the late afternoon and evening as this cold front approaches. The storm's lining up right across it, and those storms will be entering into a very warm and humid atmosphere, so enough to really help things fire up for us later in the evening. Because of this, we have an enhanced risk for severe weather, so 3 on a scale to 5. And similar to yesterday, the primary concerns yet again, high winds, the possibility, not ruling out the possibility for an isolated tornado, and the possibility for large hail yet again. So it's going to be a bit of a bumpy afternoon. Timing this out for us, overnight skies will be mostly clear. There's a slight chance for an isolated shower, mainly northwest of Dane County. Otherwise, It's going to be a very warm and humid start to the day. Temperatures dropping only to the mid to upper 70s for overnight lows. Heat index readings will still stay close to 80 to start off the day. In the afternoon, highs will climb up to the low 90s. Notice we're still sunny outside in the early afternoon, so that's helping things really heat up, become unstable as this cold front builds in. Right along our evening commute, the storms start to develop. We're expecting high winds right along the leading edge of this, moments of heavy rainfall, and again, not ruling out that possibility for an isolated tornado because all of the ingredients are there for that threat later on Wednesday. This will start to clear off once we get closer to midnight, leading us into a dry and sunny Thursday. Behind the cold front, though, we don't pull back too much on our high temperatures in the mid-80s for afternoon highs. So we do have an alert day in the forecast for Wednesday. It's going to be hot and humid outside, and it's going to be stormy for us in the afternoon and evening. It's a day where you need to stay weather aware. Again, find ways to stay cool and stay hydrated, but in the afternoon, make sure you have a way to receive any weather alerts, whether it's keeping your phone charged or making sure your weather radio is good to go. Highs will be in the low 90s, breezy outside. Even when we don't have the storms coming through, wind speeds will start to pick up in the late morning, about 10 to 20 miles per hour, with strong thunderstorms expected later in the day with highs in the low 90s. We will have heat advisories for us extending through the evening on Wednesday for Madison and Dane County and areas east. Towards La Crosse, it's expected to expire at 8 p.m. tonight, but temperatures will still be warm. And as we look ahead, our 6 to 10 day and our 8 to 14 day, we're still holding on to this warming trend, though won't be in the mid to upper 90s. It's still going to be above average for this time of year. Tomorrow's alert day due to the heat and humidity and the storm chances. Sunny skies expected for Thursday, Friday, and through Father's Day weekend. Saturday should be nice in the upper 70s, right at average for us. But on Sunday, we start to warm back up in the mid 80s on Sunday, and Monday and Tuesday, we're back to the low 90s. There's a slight chance, a quick dry front passing through late Tuesday. That helps pull our temperatures back just a little bit more in the mid 80s for us for the middle of next week. But again, throughout this 10-day, we have temperatures above average for our afternoon highs and for our overnight lows.
And coming up in sports, Wisconsin's volleyball schedule is officially out. The big matches the Badgers have circled on their calendar is next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
These guys will buy our house without even seeing it.
Online buyers make offers that seem attractive at first, only to lower or cancel at the last minute. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
Don't get stuck with internet and TV that costs more and does less. Set yourself free with Spectrum and get it all from one provider. Get Spectrum Internet with enough speed for all your devices all at once with speeds of 200 megabits.
Whoa, that's fast.
Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep you safe online. Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. And don't get stuck with the same old TV. Multiply your screens. Spectrum TV with a free Spectrum TV app lets you watch here, there, and everywhere. Stream live TV, sports, news, and more on any device. Plus, access up to 85,000 on-demand titles. Get Spectrum TV from $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. Don't get stuck paying more for less. Pick and choose the services you need. Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each. All with no contracts. Call 833-605-4999.
Waxed. Natural. Sensitive. New Dove Ultimate Antiperspirant, our unique water-based formula with 6 times more glycerin, helps restore skin to its best condition. New Dove Ultimate.
There's a reason President Trump endorsed Tim Michels for governor.
I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs.
President Trump called Tim Michels an America First conservative who will support the Second Amendment, honor law enforcement, and stand strong against the woke mob.
If you want to see Madison turned upside down, then I'm asking for your vote.
Tim Michels, endorsed by President Trump for governor.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
Businesses team up for a fundraiser to help end homelessness in the 608. Tomorrow, Josh Sprider previews the fun lineup for kids and adults at this weekend's Ferraro Fest.
And another threat for severe weather will be timing out the impacts tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
News 3 Now is taking action to keep you on top of the latest breaking news.
Taking action whenever news breaks with a team committed to following developing stories so you'll know all the facts.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
The big volleyball match everyone has circled on their calendars is Wisconsin's date with Florida at the Kohl Center. But that's the non-conference. Today, the Badgers drop their Big Ten schedule. Now, UW opens up conference play against Northwestern. Then they hit the road for the border battle with Minnesota. A couple other big matches you need to know. Nebraska comes to the Fieldhouse on October 26th, and they close out the year with 4 road trips ending at Ohio State. The state baseball tournament kicked off this morning, and Sun Prairie fell to Bayport in their Division I quarterfinal matchup. Now, in one of their last practices before their trip up to Fox City Stadium, Jordan Reed caught up with the Cardinals and explains why this season has been extra special.
Over 25 wins this season, earned the top seed at state, and not looking to slow down.
Just trying to bring home another gold ball was what we're really all focused on.
That level of success can be attributed to several factors, but the main one is this group's bond.
Team chemistry is really important, and maybe even more so this year because of the wide variety of kids in various classes that we have on this team.
We really have, as a team, just come together and become a really close-knit group, and it's been a lot of fun. So it's been a really good month that we've had, and we're going to hopefully keep it going.
But as the end of the season gets closer, it also means the end of something else. Davis being coached by his dad.
It's obviously the best to be coached by one of the best ever to do it. So to have him as a dad as well, to be able to go home and talk to him about baseball and have him as a person to be there for me, it's really special.
So much so that his standout moment of his Cardinal career.
Last year after winning the state championship, being able to just give him a hug and just like having him be there for me as a coach and as a dad, just being proud and knowing that we did accomplish something that we've set out to do for a long time.
Something that neither of them will forget.
It's choking me up, but it's been awesome. Yeah. And you can't put it into words. I just know how much he's put into it. And it's been a ton of work, and he's being rewarded with it. They all are, and so that's what's so special.
As they try to repeat as champions. In Sun Prairie, Jordan Reed, News 3 Sports.
Milton playing in their first state baseball tournament right now and not looking like a state newbie against Arrowhead. The Redhawks lead 8-3 in the 5th inning. If they win this game, they'll face Greendale later tonight in the Division I semifinals. And Cuba City and Jefferson play tomorrow. Hopefully they get those games in. It's going to be hot. We don't know.
It's going to be hot, and the timing. Yeah, the timing is going to be the big one with this for any evening plans tomorrow with those storms popping up. If you get it beforehand, fine, but it's going to be windy. It's going to be hot. Then once they do pop up, they're going to continue through the rest of the evening. So we do have an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow because of the storms and because of the heat and humidity. Yet again, seeing heat index readings close to 100 and high temperatures in the low 90s. Once this passes through, we'll dry up heading into Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. So it'll be nice to be back to some drier conditions, but it's still going to be warm outside. High temperatures in the mid to low 80s, extending through Father's Day, and then by Monday and Tuesday, we're back in the low 90s. A quick moving front brings a slight chance for a shower late Tuesday, and that'll pull us back down to the mid 80s. But it's still the middle of June, guys. High temperatures usually in the upper 70s, so we're trending a little on the warm side right now.
All right, Dana, thank you. And thanks for joining us tonight for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.